This little tool right here, it can save you a boatload of money, and I'm going to tell you what it is and how to use it coming up next. Face it, things cost too much money nowadays. Having a plumber come out to the house can cost you a whole lot of money. This is what's called a Ferrule Puller, and a common problem is a lot of DIYers, they want to do their own plumbing, but they run into issues because they don't have the right tools. And sometimes just an inexpensive tool like this can stand between you and, well, paying a plumber $150 to come to your house and pull a ferrule so you can replace a water shutoff valve. Now here's the thing, I'm in my shop and I'm creating a mock-up for a class that I'm doing for plumbing. Now right here, this is a water shutoff valve, and it's probably the most common water shutoff valves because it's held in place with a compression nut and what's called a ferrule. Now I'm going to remove this so I can show you what it looks like, because there's a common problem associated with these kind of shutoff valves. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a wrench and I'm going to seat it right there on the body of our shutoff valve, because you want to stabilize it, hold it in place. You want to loosen this compression nut here behind your wrench. Now I've got an adjustable on there and I'm just going to pull toward me. There we go. Now it's loose enough to do it by hand, and I'm going to remove the valve here, and I'm going to show you what we're left with. This right here, that brass ring that wraps around the pipe, it's really clamped on really tight because that ferrule there is what creates a watertight seal, so you don't get any leaks with your shutoff valve. And when it comes time to change out and put a new shutoff valve on, this ring is almost impossible to get off. So here's the thing, I've known people to try to take a hacksaw, cut them off, okay? Try to pound them off with a hammer and a screwdriver, and I gotta tell you, that takes forever, and that's not the way to do it, because you wind up damaging the pipe and not getting the ferrule off, and you wind up calling a plumber, and it costs you a lot more than you ever thought it would. So I'm going to show you a tool that you can use to remove this ferrule 1, 2, 3. In fact, I'm going to show you 2 different kinds of tools that you can use. Now my favorite is this tool right here, because it makes pretty quick work of removing a stuck ferrule. So let me show you how this little tool works. You take it and you insert it over the pipe. Then you take that compression nut and you screw it on to the back of the tool. It doesn't really have to be tight. Hand tight is fine enough, okay? Now you want to take a wrench like this and you want to place it on that back compression nut and just hold it steady in place. Then you want to take this nut here, you just want to tighten it by hand until you can't turn it anymore. And then you want to take a small wrench and use a small wrench to continue to tighten it. And what that's going to do is it's going to pull that ferrule right off the pipe. So here's the compression nut, and there's my ferrule, and nothing could be easier than that. Now I said I'd show you a second ferrule puller, and here it is. And as you can see, it's a little bulky and it can be awkward to use, but it's more readily available to you than the first one I showed you. But I'll tell you what, it not only pulls ferrules, but it pulls sleeves as well. But I'm going to show you how it works as a ferrule puller. So it's a 2-part tool for the ferrule. It's this that you insert in the pipe, and this is what helps pull the ferrule out. Don't pay any attention to these awkward arms there. That's for another function for pulling sleeves. So what you do is you take this and you insert it in the pipe. Now you see this thing that looks like a nail head? We're going to insert that right in the center. Now you take that compression nut, you want to thread it onto the tool. Okay, once you got it threaded on and tight like that there, what you want to do is you want to hold on to the body of the tool here, and then you want to take this and you want to push away from you. And what that is going to do is it's going to back that ferrule off the pipe. So next time you're replacing a shutoff valve or you've got to pull one, just remember to use a ferrule puller because it'll make quick work of it. This is Leah saying you can do this. See you next time.